In the previous slide, I explained all about physics as a study of nature or natural phenomena. And the study of nature or natural phenomena has two basic guesses. In Tamil, we can find the meaning of this term guess as தேடுதல். This approach. So when you approach a particular natural event or natural phenomena, for example, if you like to study the behavior of sunlight when it approaches the different medium, it is when it is traveling through air medium, solid medium and water medium. And you are trying to have an attempt to find the behavior of light through different levels. The traveling of sunlight, it is actually a natural event, right? And that attempt is done by having two different approaches, namely unification and reduction. Unification and reduction. These two are known as the approaches of physics. Unification, it is actually an attempt to explain a natural phenomena by uniting it under a particular concept or law. That means here you have to take it as a different natural phenomena, not a single natural phenomena, a different natural phenomena. So unification, it is actually an attempt to explain different physical phenomena or natural phenomena by uniting them under a particular concept or law. For example, you take the universal law of gravitation, which was proposed by Sir Isaac Newton. And this universal law of gravitation, it is actually a single law, but it gives attempt to many different natural phenomena like the movement of earth around the sun, the movement of different planets around the sun, the movement of moon around the earth, the fall of water in the waterfalls, and rainfall means how that rainwater is reaching the earth, in any free falling bodies towards the earth's surface, and rise of tides in ocean. All these are different natural phenomena, but what is the basic reason or what is the approach you give to all these natural phenomena? It is getting focused with one single term, gravitation. So this one simple law, a single law, that is universal law of gravitation, is more than enough to have explanation over all these different natural phenomena or physical phenomena. So here all these natural phenomena are getting united by having one single law, universal law of gravitation. So uniting many natural phenomena under one particular concept or law is known as unification. And the second guess is reductionism. Whenever you have an attempt to study the natural phenomena, it's complex things. A bulk concept It's very difficult for you to understand when you have a macroscopic level concepts. It will be easy if you bring it down into the simplest form, right? So here you are reducing the complexity of it into a simple form. So attempt to explain macroscopic concepts in the form of their parts or constituents is known as reductionism. Reducing a difficult concept into a simple concept is known as reductionism. For example, thermodynamics, it is actually a branch of physics that has dealing with temperature and entropy. This temperature and entropy, it is actually a bulk concept. It is a macroscopic level. You know the variation between macroscopic level and microscopic level, right? Macroscopic in the sense you can have it as a large and a bulk system. Microscopic level, it is actually a miniature sized one, miniature sized system. Okay, right? So temperature entropy, it is actually a macroscopic level which has dealing with all the matter in this universe in its external form. But to have study about this temperature and the entropy, you have to break that complex level, that external system, into its minor parts or constituents in the form of molecules, cells, or atoms. So if you have a study of matter just by breaking into its parts, molecules or particles or cells and atoms, it will be easy for you to understand the behavior of matter with respect to temperature or entropy. So thus you are bringing down the macroscopic, the complex level of matter and its behavior with respect to temperature into a simplest form. This level of approach is known as reductionism. And these two approaches are playing a major role in physics. So physics, it is actually a study of natural phenomena, and that study is done by having two guests as unification and reduction. So here these points are explaining all about this unification and reductionism. This reactions involve the forming and breaking of bonds, and these are matters of microphysics. A complete account of those ultimate constituents and their interactions thus amount to a theory of everything. Reductionism is a philosophical position that holds the complex system is nothing but the sum of its parts, and that accounts of individual constituents. It is reducing it into a simplest form. Now we will move on to the branch of physics. You see here the branch of physics is different things like thermodynamics, mechanics, vibrations and waves, atomic, nuclear, electromagnetism and optics. We'll see one by one. Mechanics. It is actually a branch of physics that has dealing with the movement of anything and its causes. It is a requirement of motion of anything. Okay, it has dealing all about motion and the study of motion of a matter. Vibrations and waves, it is another branch of physics that bring out the concept of periodic motion and also the different levels and types of motion. Atomic physics, it tells us all about the structure of the atom and different laws and proposals done by different scientists about the structure of the atom and some failures of the theory given related to the structure of atom and energy associated with atomic changes. It means when some energy is given to an atom, what way it is behaving and what happens to the bondages, etc., are explained under this atomic physics. If you see here, it is nuclear physics. Nuclear physics tells us about the structure of the nucleus, the energy associated with nuclear changes. That means what happens to the nucleus when some energy is given to it. Bombarding the nucleus, it is explained under this nuclear physics. When you bombard the nucleus, it releases enormous amount of energy which is further conserved in the form of electrical energy. All these are explained under nuclear physics. Electromagnetism, it is actually a major branch of physics that is dealing about magnetism and electricity. It is a combined form of electricity and magnetism, and it tells us that electricity can further produce magnetism and magnetism can further produce electricity, and the combination of these two and continuation of these two results in EM waves, electromagnetic waves. All these are explained under electromagnetism. Optics, it is a branch of physics that completely tells us about the behavior of light. Just now I told you, when I explained about the study of natural phenomena. It is what is the behavior given by sunlight when it travels through the different medium. That is known as the behavior of light. Okay, and all these things are explained under optics, and also the different other natural phenomena like reflection, refraction, dispersion, diffraction. All these things are explained under this branch, optics. Thermodynamics, you know very well, just now I explained to you. It is actually a branch of physics that tells completely about the behavior of matter when it is given some heat and temperature. Okay, that is explained under the branch thermodynamics. So all these are known as branches of physics. So what are the branches of physics? Thermodynamics, mechanics, vibrations and waves, atomic physics, nuclear physics, electromagnetism and optics. Science has two major classifications as physical science and biological science, where physical science as dealing with non-living things in the form of physics and chemistry. And among these two, physics plays a vital role in the development of society with all different advancements. We'll see what is the contribution or what are the different contributions given by physics in relation to society. In the basic way, physics has a major dealing with the study of matter, energy and their interactions. It means what happens to the matter when some energy is given to it. And based on the study of matter, energy and their interactions, so many inventions and progresses are made in the field of education and also in the field of technology. We will see one by one. Physics actually an exciting intellectual adventure. What do you mean by this term intellectual? அறிவு சார்ந்த. Okay, so அறிவு சார்ந்த தேடல்கள். So physics is actually an intellectual adventure that expands the knowledge about the future just by having different level of advancement over the study of nature and different inventions. And also physics provides some fundamental knowledge for having technological development. Also it helps to have technological infrastructure provided scientific advancement and different discoveries taken hand by the scientists. Also, it is an important element in the field of chemistry, engineering and computer science, also physical and biomedical sciences. It means completely based on the knowledge gained by having the study over natural events and natural phenomena helps the practitioners to have some advancement in the knowledge level. Also, it enables us to have some understanding over other fields, other disciplines like earth, agriculture, chemical, biological, environmental sciences, astrophysics, cosmology, which are also known as substantial subjects. Also, it improves the quality of life by providing all basic necessary things, which develops techniques in the field of medicine, the field of software technology, magnetic resonance imaging, that is MRI, which is used in the field of medicine to diagnose the disease, positron emission, tomography, ultrasonic imaging and laser surgery. All these are technical devices which are used in the field of medicine. So the quality of all these appliances are improved just because of the study over the things, and that is the possibility of physics.